guess I should do that too.
So I see we've got 7 people on. Tina and Jocelyn, are you able to turn your video on and Xanadu? Hi.
I need to close my door too because it's coming back.
Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is, the first thing we're going to do is I will show you guys how to sign up for Phone Time. I'm also going to email y'all. Well, I'll do that in just a second. I have a sheet that we call tips and tricks that we give out to our agents to kind of help you with scripts as far as what to say when you're doing Phone Time. So everyone has their MyKW logins, correct? Yan, Hannah, you guys, everybody's good with that. All right, so I'm going to share my screen really quick, and I've got so much open, so forgive me. Okay, can y'all see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so to sign up for Phone Time, you're going to go through your MyKW. So your initial website is at mykw.kw.com. And then you're going to access the intranet, the Market Center intranet. So it's this screen. This is the same screen where when you and I onboarded or did your fast track, this is where we went to get you to subscribe to the Market Center calendar. So then you're going to click on Market Center. And then you're going to click on resources. Okay. See this little icon for Phone Time. Click on that. And then, so here's the Phone Time calendar. Okay. So what we'll do is we're going to go over how to sign up, and then I'll kind of give you a few rules, if you will. So to sign up for Phone Time, see how the calendar over here on the left-hand side, like the whole calendar, everything is blue. What you want to do is find a week or a day that is green. Obviously with October, surprisingly, it's all full, which is nice. But in the event, let's say that the 30th was not green. So to sign, or I'm sorry, not blue. So to sign up, you would just click on the date that you want to sign up. There's 3 shifts, 9 to 12, 12 to 3, and 3 to 5. Okay. So you click on the shift, it'll automatically have your information here. You just, and then just confirm the date and time. Normally this will be, it'll say available, and then you have to check a little box over here that says you basically agree to the terms, and then hit confirm reservation. Okay. This is the first time I've done Phone Time and there hasn't been spots available to sign up. Why am I signed up for October 16th?
You must have practiced and accidentally signed up.
Okay, so I'm going to remove it. Now you see what it looks like. That's funny. I hope I didn't remove somebody. It's very
It
much.
had your name.
I know, that's weird. Okay, so now this is what it'll look like. You'll click shift available. It'll have your name, the Market Center, all that good stuff. And then you'll just hit this box and then you hit confirm reservation. That's how you sign up for Phone Time. That's interesting that I was signed up. Okay. So everybody get that? Is that easy enough on how to sign up for Phone Time? Any questions? Everybody good?
Yes.
Okay, so the shift schedule, like we mentioned, is Monday through Saturday, 9 to 12, 12 to 3, or 3 to 5. Right now, it's optional. If you want to come in the Market Center, sit in the Phone Time booth, you're welcome to do that. Or if you prefer to be virtual, we're still allowing that with Phone Time. So When you sign up for a shift, just make sure you shoot Debbie an email at frontdesk@kwplano.com. Just let her know that you're there for your shift. And then, so the way it works is the shifts will open up, the calendar or the schedule opens up on the 15th of every month at noon. Whether that's on a Saturday or Sunday, it'll open up on the weekend as well. You are allowed to pick 6 shifts for the month, for each month. So you can go in there and sign up for 6 different shifts. By the 1st of every month, if there's still available shifts, they're for anyone to grab. So like Thursday's the 15th. That's going to open up all of November's phone time. You have you pick your 6 shifts. By November 1st, if there's still available spots, they're for anybody. And you won't be able to sign up because it'll tell you that you've reached the limit. So just send me a quick email or a text and I can sign you up. Okay. We also have what we call an alternates list. So if you click over here under the shift schedule, if you click view alternates, here's a list of agents who have put themselves as an alternate. What that means is you are responsible to find someone to replace you if you sign up for phone time and if you're not able to make it. So go to that phone list or that alternates list and just start calling on people and see if somebody will take your slot. If you want to be an alternate, just add yourself on that list as well. Okay. In order to keep things fair, if you don't show up for 2 shifts, then we're going to kick you out for a month. But everybody's been really good about keeping their shifts. So again, you get 6 shifts per month. You can add yourself as an alternate. It opens on the 15th of every month at noon for the following month. After the 1st, if there's still available slots, they're for anybody to grab. So give me a call or send me a text and I can add you to any of the other ones that are open. Any questions? Pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so I'm going to email you guys, everybody that's on the call, I'm going to email you guys a list of this phone time tips and tricks. I also have one of our lovely agents on the call. She's been with KW a while now. And I asked her to join us on the call today to just kind of share some insight on, she's used phone time before, and just kind of give you some tips or just kind of give you information on how she's utilized it and all that good stuff. So Cindy.
Yeah, so when I've done it in the past, and I still do phone time when I can, basically it's a really good time to kind of learn what you're doing as far as using Netris and being able to look. You need to have Netris pulled up as soon as you sit down, MLS, so that you can be ready when somebody does call, so that you can look something up when they say that they're calling about, 123 Main Street. You can look it up really quickly and understand if it's a lease or a sale or what it is, just so that you can know. And while you're pulling all that up, you can kind of have a conversation with them and try to get some more information out of them and try to make a connection as far as, you have a little bit of a rapport with them. Most of the time, people are just calling because they're right in front of the house and they want to know information fast. They don't really want to talk to you. They're just thinking that's the only way they're going to be able to get the information they need. And so any amount of time you can keep them on the phone and keep them talking and ask them questions and, say things like, I see this is a lease. Are you guys, is your lease coming up where you currently live, or did you just move to town? Just start asking questions to just try to get a connection with them and find out as much information as possible in a short amount of time, because you really don't have a lot of time. They're basically, as soon as you tell them something, they're going to try to get off the phone. So the longer you can keep them on the line, the better. Getting information like, tell me your phone number just in case we get disconnected, that kind of stuff, just kind of like people do on, like a telemarketing call that happens, like when somebody calls you, they're trying to get you to stay on the phone as long as possible. And that's really your goal. And then if you do get beyond them saying, okay, thank you, if they do stay on the phone and do give you information that you want to hear and talk to, and then they want to see that property, then you can move forward from there. But most of the time, your goal is just to try to get to step 2 with them. So anyway, and most of the time they're calling on a listing that's for the office. Like it'll be somebody for our office, and so they're calling the main number. And also when you're on phone time, another thing that you get during that time that you are allotted. So like if it's 9 to 12 on Tuesday, if people go onto our website and make an inquiry about it, that's your lead as well. And that actually happens quite a bit. A lot, not more than people calling, but just the world changes. It's easier for people to send an email sometimes, like they've seen it online, and then they inquire online, and so they do it that way. If somebody comes into the building also, which happens, then that's yours too. So like if it's between 10 to, noon to 3, and somebody walks in and they're like, yeah, I just saw a house across the street, it says that it's listed here, I want somebody to show it to me. That's your lead. Those are actually the best because they are taking the time to actually get out of their car and come into the office. So those people really are looking for someone to help them. And honestly, anybody that calls, most of the time, they're not going to have an agent. So it is a good opportunity for you to get an unrepresented buyer. So you treat it like a little mini open house. So when you're doing an open house, people come in and they want to see the inside and they're being nosy or whatever. And your goal when they're in there is to create a rapport with them. So you kind of treat it like it's a on the phone open house is really the best way to describe it. But yeah, you just, and if you do end up getting beyond it, then you need to do all of the things that you would normally do, where you would have an appointment with them. You want to do it in a public place. You want them to have it come in the office, and have it be on the up and up. You need to like talk to them about the buyer rep agreement, the IABS, all those kind of things that they teach you in school. So it's really not hard. It's pretty easy to do. And it's very lucrative, honestly. I've had many things go well with phone time. People that take the time to do it, they really are looking and they really are trying. It's not a bad thing to do at all. And I think there's a lot of agents. I've been successful, but there's been some agents that have been really successful with phone time and able to convert those leads. So it's good. It's a good way to start. And it's really a good way to learn about MLS and to kind of truck around in there. I also use the time in between to kind of look at the different listings that our office has. So on the main page of MLS, you can see all the listings that our office holds, and take that time to just familiarize yourself with those listings, and maybe even think about a field trip yourself to go look at some of our office listings and areas that you're interested in. And sometimes you can turn somebody, you can say, oh, I see that you're interested in this, but I also know that this listing is available as well, and try to turn them to a different thing that they haven't seen, and then maybe gather more rapport with them that way. So
awesome.
Good.
Thank you, Cindy.
Yes.
So everyone should have received the email. I shot over a copy of that tips and tricks. And basically what that is, it's just different scripts. A lot of the calls that that come across are more leases, but those are just, ones that you nurture that can eventually turn into a buyer, right? Sure. So what that PDF has, like a lease script and just kind of how to handle that, a buyer, a seller, a walk-in, and then just kind of gives you like follow-up and how to handle each of those different clients. Normally, so I used to work in a different market center. So, and the reason I say that is other market centers have like there's certain requirements to do phone time. A lot of them want them to go through Ignite, finish all these classes. We don't necessarily have any rules, if you will. The only thing that is required is you have to have your MLS, obviously, because that is one of the main components that you need to have ready whenever you're on your shift. And like Cindy said, you know, there are times where you get a lot of good stuff, and then there's going to be times where you won't get a single call. But use that time to, if you come up here especially, and if you decide to be here in the phone time booth, build your database, or, you know, there's a lot of things that you can be working on. Look through MLS, through our listings and stuff like that, so that you're not feeling like it's a 3-hour waste of your time. And then really it's just getting in there and getting your feet wet. I mean, a lot of people, I mean, me personally, I want to learn by doing, not just by watching. So
yeah, and then some of the conversations will be completely awkward. Like you'll be like fumbling around, but those are the good ones to like get through. I can recall a couple actually that I was like, oh my God, I'm a total idiot. But then it's over, and you know, you just, no harm, no foul. So you just kind of learn and you get better at it as you go along. And like I said, there are people up here that are masters at this. They really can convert those leads, and those same people. And if that's something you're good at, you'll be good at open houses too, because that's the what you're doing basically. So
yeah. And I think all of you, if you're not in Ignite, you're going to start Ignite, or you've wrapped up with Ignite. A lot of things that you're learning are, this isn't for everyone. If you hate open houses, once you get into that position and this is not something that you want to do, it's okay. But just find that one thing that is, you know, something you like doing and you want to do, because you have to stick to it. It's not going to happen overnight. Those agents that have been here a while, that have had success with phone time, they do it every single month. And a lot of it could be leases, and maybe it's not a big deal, but over time, you nurture those calls and you kind of keep up with them. And those are going to be essentially your buyers at some point.
Well, leasers, they do turn into buyers, especially if they're people that want to lease a house.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be in a house. It's not, you know, they're not living in an apartment. They want to live in a house, and so they may have to start out by leasing, but if you stay in touch with them, and then they do turn into buyers, and that's happened to me multiple times. So, yeah. And I can think of a lot of things that are worse than spending 3 hours and getting a lease, you know. So
yeah. A lot of our new agents kind of are a little intimidated by this, especially when you're new to real estate. But I feel like Cindy hit on a little bit, there are going to be times where you stumble over your words, but it's a learning process. And the people on the other end, they don't necessarily know exactly what to ask or what to say. All they know is, hey, I want to buy a home, or I need to sell my home, right? So they rely on you to have all the answers, but you don't necessarily have to know it all up front. Just know that there's an opportunity to learn. You're going through Ignite, or you're wrapping up Ignite, or you're going to start Ignite soon. You'll learn a lot of this in there, but also y'all are smart. You passed the real estate exam, which is pretty big deal, because it's a challenge for a lot of people. And so just have the confidence to know that you're not going to have all the answers, but just know you're in a situation or a position where you're surrounded by people that will help you.
Well, and if they do ask you a question that you can't answer, that's just another opportunity to talk to them. Say, you know what, I can't find the answer to that right now, but let me give you a call back in about 5 minutes, and I'll be able to help you out. And,
yep.
And then you get their number. So that's a win. So
yep.
Not a bad thing.
Yep.
It's better than giving the wrong answer. I can tell you that.
Okay. Any questions? Any feedback? Has anybody done phone time that's on the call? Sidadu, have you tried it yet? You've been on this phone time a couple times.
Yes.
Yeah, I done it too.
Have you? Oh yeah, Jocelyn, you've done it. Have you had success with it?
Yeah, I got 2 lease clients off of there.
Nice.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
So Jocelyn is new to our office, but she's been with KW. She was it Urban Dallas? Urban?
The
DPR?
Dallas,
Yeah.
Preston.
Yep,
Yeah.
DPR. She left them a while back, went to a small boutique, and now she's with us. So she's got a little bit of real estate under her belt, and she's still kicking butt. So, okay. Does anyone have any questions about phone time, how to sign up, where to go to get that information? Remember, Cindy mentioned that it's a call, it's a walk-in, it's also a lead or an inquiry from our website. So that's, I mean, it's pretty, I mean, I think it's.
I mean, it happens that nothing comes in, but most of the time you'll get something,
Yeah.
and you'll get, it may not pan out, but it'll be something. So, and anything is better than nothing, but just doing it and trying is, I mean, you can have an open house that nobody walks in too. So it's not like it's any different than anything else.
Yeah. Karen, I see your mic's not working. If you want to, do you have a question? You can type it in the chat.
I think she's in the training room.
Yeah.
Sorry, we were in there. We missed you.
Okay, is everybody good with phone time? I'll give you a couple minutes, Karen, if you have questions, to type it in the chat. Is this something that you guys feel like you can do, Hannah and Yan? I know y'all are fairly new. Is it something that you have interest in?
Yes, I definitely have interest in it. And you said, like we can go in there up to 6 times throughout the month. So it's basically you just come in there and you have a 3-hour period to answer any phone calls that comes in, and then those would be yours.
Correct. Any phone calls, any leads, any hits off our website during that shift, they're yours.
Okay.
And everybody's phone numbers, like when I onboard you, that your cell number, that's the number that Debbie has access to. If that ever changes, make sure that you send Debbie an email and update her, and just make sure that she's got your information.
Okay.
And like I said, you don't have to like check in or any of that. Once you sign up for phone time, she's got access to the calendar as well. So she knows every day who's on shift. But if you can, just shoot her a quick email, or if you come in and you are here for your shift, just let her know you're here so that she's available, or she knows that you're available.
I would encourage y'all to come in if you're okay with coming to the office. It's great to be in there in that cubicle and just kind of be in the office and get the feel for it. Mm-hmm. So that would be, but I know that not everybody can do that right now. But if you are somebody that you feel okay with doing that, I would encourage you to come in.
Yeah. I mean, you're also in that area where that phone booth is. There's several agents who rent mm-hmm. out the cubes in that area. And I think it's great. You can get to know them. They're really good about, chatting with whoever's on phone time and just trying to get to know people. Because unfortunately, you guys have onboarded during a time where our office is kind of like a ghost town. And so you're not able to really meet our agents and get to know people. So we really do encourage you, everyone that's comfortable and ready to come into the office. The phone time, so I guess there's a little bit of confusion. I'm not sure how, but the sign up geniuses that y'all are seeing that I send out several a day and trying to keep it like on a schedule, that's to sign up to come into the Market Center, to be in the training room, to sit in person and do the classes. There's been quite a bit of confusion, so we're working on trying to do that in a different format. But if you're ready and you have the ability, I would agree with Cindy. You should come in.
Yeah, and coming in here, I mean, the agents have listings, and if you come in here and meet somebody, say, hey, do you have any listings that I could do an open house to? Because they'll see that if you're doing phone time, that you're out there, you're ready, and meeting people in person is great. And sometimes they'll let you shadow them, and meeting people is the only way that you're gonna be able to get those opportunities. So
yep. And then also utilize the Facebook page, the agents and staff page for, if you're ready to shadow, if you're ready to host an open house, I would definitely put it out there as well, because you'll be surprised. I mean, how many opportunities are available, when you
yeah, you can always hold mine open.
Okay. Yeah. Any questions? Any comments? Any feedback? Everybody good? Yan, how do you feel? You think this is something you'd want to do?
Yeah, I just my income not that good, but I just want to double check. You mean phone call? It's me. You call your potential client, right?
Correct.
And get information about the house. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I log in my KW Plano, that website. Maybe I'm not right now. I'm not onboarding, right? So the page show me is not like you. Share on this screen.
Okay.
So
So-
different.
So whenever you log into your KW, it doesn't look the same as mine?
Okay. Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Is that what you
Okay.
said? Is that what you mean? Do you want me,
Yeah.
you want me to share my screen one more time?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank-
Can you see my screen, Yin?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to start back from the very beginning and show you one more time just so we can do it really quick, okay?
Okay.
So when you go to mykw.kw.com,
Yes.
remember this screen?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll log in. This is our intranet.
Yeah.
Okay, then you'll click the Market Center intranet. Mine is kind of in this area, but yours is like somewhere up here in the middle, like right in here.
Yes. Yeah, that it's different. Yeah.
A little different.
Yeah.
So then you click on the intranet, and then your screen should look like mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Right now it's the same. Yeah.
Okay. So why don't we do this? I'll call you.
Uh-huh.
I'll do a one-on-one FaceTime with you or a Zoom with you, and I'll share. You can share your screen, and I can help you with that.
Okay. Thank you. So appreciate.
Okay. Does anybody else have any other questions?